never should have come here.
Yes. Indeed. It would seem so. Safe travels.
Indeed. 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 Of course. Now, if you'll excuse me.
That is so.
All right then.
What are you staring at? Yeah. What does a fellow need to do to get a drink around here?
Yeah?
All right then.
All right then.
What are you looking at? Yep. It would seem so. Until next time.
Yes? Of course. Need something?
Someone new? Perhaps someone looking for me to mix something up for them?
Indeed. It would seem so. Safe travels.
That is so. Of course.
Yes? Yeah. What does a fellow need to do to get a drink around here?
Yes.
All right, then.
Yep. It would seem so. Until next time.
Yes? Of course. Try and make this quick.
Show you what a real Yes. Very good. But you've created a debt between us. Here, take this. We're even now.
wanted to live there anymore.
I'll have to take your word on that one, my dear. I try to think of it as coaxing the ore from the rock. This mine is only a few years old, but I've been digging up ore for over a century. We're getting to the point where the tunnels are getting deep into the rock. People complain of bad coughs and foul air. I've seen this before. We need some medicines to combat the ore dust. I was about to send a message to Windhelm for aid. Thank you. Take it to Quintus in the White Phial. Those falls. Dangerous place. Derkethus thought he could find some good fish in the pools. Haven't heard from him in a long while. I'm lucky enough that none of my friends have been killed. Of course, we have soldiers coming through all the time. Until next time.
Oh, pardon me. I hope someday we'll get to know each other better. My pa used to say, there ain't no use worrying about the things you can't change. If it's my fate to be ended by a dragon, so be it. Meantime, I'll live my life the way I want to. It's for sale if you've got the coin. Didn't think you had the coin for it anyway.
Heard they're reforming the Dawn Guard. Vampire hunters or something. In the old fort near Riften. Might consider joining up.
You come here where you're not wanted. You eat our food, you pollute our city with your stink, and you refuse to help the Stormcloaks.
But we haven't taken a side because it's not our fight.
Hey, maybe the reason these Greyskins don't help in the war is because they're Imperial spies.
Imperial spies? You can't be serious.
Maybe we'll pay you a visit tonight, little spy. We got ways of finding out what you really are.
Do you hate the Dark Elves? Are you here to bully us and tell us to leave? You've come to the wrong city, then. Windhelm's a haven of prejudice and narrow thinking, unworthy of one such as you. Nothing new there. Most of the Nords living in Windhelm don't care much for us, but Rolf is the worst by far. He likes to get drunk and walk around the Breakwater yelling insults at us in the small hours of the morning. Oh, a real charmer, that one. Some of these Nords will come up with any excuse to despise us. And it isn't just the Dark Elves they hate. They make a target of the Argonians as well. In fact, just about anyone who isn't a Nord is fair game for their bullying. Safe travels.
I was one of the best soldiers in the Stormcloak army, until I took a sword to the chest. Until next time.
My job's simple enough. Luckily, Windhelm is cold, so the dead don't rot as quickly. Sometimes the burial has to wait for the ground to thaw.
Can't just throw the big logs on the fire. Gotta have the little bits, too.
Working in Windhelm is great. I get to see Ulfric up close. I never expected Ulfric to live up to his legend, but he does. Smithing isn't the most exciting thing for me, but we all have to lend a hand as best we can. If a Stormcloak uses one of my swords to strike down an Imperial soldier, then I've done my part to free our land. Every Nord should admire Ulfric. He fights for all of us. In fact, he's the reason I chose to learn the smithing trade. I want to make weapons and armor for the great Stormcloak army. A word of advice, don't buy discounted armor.
Need some metal hammered. Every bit as sharp as what you'll find in Whiterun. I respect Jorland, but he has the good fortune to work the Skyforge. Something about the fires. Their steel just holds tighter. If that makes any sense. I don't see these troubles as business. This is a labor of honor. To bring Ulfric his rightful glory, I would hammer 1,000 shields. Sure as bones. I might just have to. The finest weapons and armor. Whether it's armor you need or a new blade, come see me.
It's no secret the Aretino boy is doing some ritual, trying to call the Dark Brotherhood. But who's going to stop him? Me? I'll have no part of that.
The townsfolk call me captain because I used to be a sailor. There's an author named Adonato staying at the inn. He's published a few works of historical fiction. The clans Shattershield and Cruelsea see most of the gold that passes through the city. And obviously you have Ulfric, the Jarl and future High King. Oh, and that busybody Viola Giordano. She's got her nose in everyone's business, which I guess is one way of being prominent. Terrible shame that. Seems we have a killer on the loose here in Wilhelm. He's claimed 3 victims that I know of, though maybe there's more that haven't been found yet. All lovely ladies too. Let's hope the gods find that demon soon and introduce him to the headman's axe. Well, nothing. At least not anymore. Folk just call me that because of what I used to do. I was a sailor for many a year. I made my coin as a trader, and in time, I bought my own ship. When I retired here in Windhelm, most folk already knew me as Captain Lonelygale, and the name just stuck. If you're looking to pass the time, you can give Calixto a few septims and gawk at whatever oddity he's come across lately. If you're in need of goods, there's a market. If it's a soft bed and a hot meal you're after, there's Candlehearth Hall. Fair winds and calm seas. That's an old sailor's parting.
I'd travel more, but who wants to deal with all the soldiers these days? Just got here from the Somerset Isles. Lots of opportunity in Skyrim. It was difficult at first. The Nords of this city are at best suspicious of outsiders. But in time, I made the right friends and proved myself useful enough that they don't give me trouble anymore. The Dark Elves are too proud and naive to understand the way things truly are, and so they continue to dwell in that slum. Thank you for your custom.
You one of those Skyrim for the Nords types?
It's always a pleasure to see you. In fact, I'm glad you're here.
Good.
There's something I'd like
Too
to
many
ask
Nords
you.
in this town have been listening to Ulfric's narrow-minded
What can I
words.
do for you?
He's tough,
I was wondering if you
loyal to
still
his
have
men,
many
and a good
associates in
leader.
the shipping profession.
But if you're
I
not
have
a
business
Nord,
proposition for any
Ulfric will
sailors who
never
might be looking
trust
to
you.
make a few extra septims.
If that business proposition
Whenever a
includes
group of
smuggling,
marauders
forget
attack
it.
a Nord
The
village,
sailors I know are
Ulfric is
plenty
the
good
first
at
to
finding
sound the
trouble
horn
without
and
any
send
help
the
from
men.
Oh, you're
But a
such
group
wet
of
blanket,
Dark Elf
Captain.
refugees
Can't a
gets
girl have a little
ambushed,
fun from time
a
to
group of
time?
Argonians or a Khajiit caravan, no troops, no investigation, nothing. There's a group of cutthroats out there right now that Ulfric doesn't lift a finger to bring to justice, as long as they don't threaten Nord land. That's a brave offer. I'd be happy to throw in my coin behind that. You deal with them. I'll make sure you get paid. Maybe this old soldier will throw in some lessons as well.
Cookware, knives, and other goods for the home, all at reasonable prices.
I killed a lot of high elves in the Great War, and I didn't die. I guess that makes me a war hero. The Great War. There was nothing great about it. Thousands died on both sides. And where did it get us? Did we really save the Empire? Or did we just plant the seeds for Ulfric's uprising? And another war. Help the Dark Elves? Oh, you must have heard me talking to Malfir. The Dark Elves live in a run-down slum called the Grey Quarter. Ulfric's content to keep it that way. I guess they think I can open Ulfric's eyes to their plight and get him to lift a finger on their behalf. I'm trying, but Ulfric is set in his ways. For him, there's two kinds of people in this world. Nords and the folk beneath them. Show those marauders what Windhelm justice tastes like.
The townsfolk call me captain because I used to be a sailor.
Good morning. Everything you see is grown at my family's own Hollyfrost farm, fresh and filling. I also do a little herb growing. The court wizard, Woundfirth, pays us to plant a little nightshade. Who knows what he uses it for? Hey, could you deliver this bottle of nightshade extract to Woundfirth? Thanks. There's an old saying that only a Nord can work the soil in Skyrim. I don't think anyone else would have the patience for it. It takes half a day just to dig a planting row in the cold, stony earth here. But what else can we do? Eat rocks and ice?
One should never pay too much attention to rumors.
Good day to you.
You have.
I lost my twin sister a while back. Have you ever lost anyone close?
It's a bad
My
time
father
to be
says
a
we
criminal.
need to just get on with our lives. Like it's that easy.
In fact, thieves have been known to kill if there's a profit in it. This war's been hard on all of us.
Not that I'd know anything about it, of course, but it seems to me that the last thing a thieves' guild would want is to draw attention to itself.
The eyes of the law are everywhere these days. The guards are looking for a killer, but who knows what else they might turn up. Good day. I'd appreciate it if you don't bother my wife, Tova. She's still in mourning. Our little girl died recently. I've been shouldering my days with strong mead, but nothing gives my Tova peace. I've been looking for an amulet of RK to remind my wife that our child is with the gods now, but I can't find one. Thank you. I hope RK grants my wife some comfort. Thank you. Here, I always pay my debts. It's all in the swing. Let me show you.
The townsfolk call me captain because I used to be a sailor.
I've been a bit out of sorts since our daughter was taken from us.
May the gods watch over your battles, friend.
I'll be fine.
Master, you're far too old for this sort of journey. We don't know what's inside.
I can... just...
You see, you're not well. Have a seat, and I'll fetch you some tonic.
Oh, if there was a tonic that could help me, I would have found it by now. I'm so close to just a man's life work is all. I finally derived the location of the White Phial, but this doting busybody won't let me get it. You would do that? It's good to know there are some people out there who are willing to help an old man. It's buried with its maker, Coralmill, in a long-forsaken cave to the west of here. Coralmill was a crafty one, even in death. You would need the skills of a master alchemist to reach his resting place. Luckily for you, I've already made the mixture. Here, take it. Please, don't dally. I've wasted enough time arguing with my useless assistant here. I've spent my entire life searching for it. It brought me all the way to these frozen reaches from the warm embrace of Somerset Isle. Entire years spent in libraries, seeking out tiny villages with local legends that contain but a whisper of a hint of the Phial. I even named my shop after it. hoping that it might attract anyone who had heard of it. And now it's within my grasp. But the Eight, it seems, for in my current condition, I'll never be able to lay my hands on it. A legendary bottle, forged in the days when Skyrim was just starting its turn to ice. A small container, made of the magically infused snow that first fell on the throat of the world. It is said that the phial will replenish whatever fluid is placed inside of it. For an alchemist like myself, it is the most pure expression of my art. To create from nothingness is poetry. Why are you still standing around here? Go get me the phial, you fool! I don't appreciate loiterers, if that's
My master can be a bit short-tempered, but I've learned so much from him. Oh dear. Darkwater Crossing needs medicines for its miners. I'll see about getting this order filled right away. Here, a few septims for you.
I hope you have coin to spend, and you're not just here to gawk at my goods.
It doesn't matter what I believe. Norelian does. And it might be the only thing keeping him alive right now. Are you kidding? I came all the way from Cyrodiil just to work with him. He's not the best teacher, but just watching him, I've learned so much. Mm-hmm.
I lost my twin sister a while back. Have you ever lost anyone close?
Be on the lookout. The butcher could be around any corner.
Listen to you. You've seen how we live? Cramped alleys, run-down buildings.
Farm work is hard.
patrols. Even the name Grey Quarter is an insult.
I still have to listen to my brothers.
That's all I ask. With your help, we have a chance to make a better life for ourselves here. For that, I thank you. I thought the Grey Quarter would be a haven for my kind. Not a day goes by that I don't think about returning to the ancestral home of my people. Still, even with the rough treatment we've had at the hands of Ulfric and his lot, I've got ties here. It's probably more trouble to pack up and leave than it is to stay. Besides, Amberus can't run the Corner Club on his own. Windhelm is divided into 4 quarters. The Grey Quarter is the one that's home to all the city's dark elves. If it looks to you like an impoverished slum, that's because it is. Ulfric prefers that we live in squalor. He has nothing but disdain for anyone who isn't a Nord, be tolerates us, but that's the extent of his hospitality. It was a pleasure.
Let me know if you see anything you like.
Huh?
Have a look around. I buy and sell just about anything. All my goods are legitimate, which is more than I can say for some. Of course nothing in here is stolen. Only a careless, shameful, idiotic fetcher would do something as stupid as to buy pilfered good. Oh, by Azura, I've made a terrible mistake. I bought a gold ring, and Viola Giordano has been missing a ring that looks just like it. It's not that easy. She'd go to the Jarl if she knew I was even remotely involved. You have to get it to her some other way. Look, it's dangerous. But if you sneak the ring into her house, put it in a dresser or something, I will make it worth your while. I've scraped this collection together by whatever means I could. I do some business with the trade caravans, and I've picked up a number of items from adventurers like yourself. A few intrepid souls even brought some items back from Morvenskar, the fort southwest of the city. Take a look. Don't let Viola catch you.
I thought the Grey Quarter would be a haven for my kind. I was wrong.
Hi, mister. Would you like to buy some flowers? Please? Not much, but I hope you like them. They're dead. My mama died when I was little. I don't remember her very well. My father was a Stormcloak soldier. One day he left and didn't come back. I'm all alone. I try to sell flowers so I can buy food. It's not much, but what else can I do? Really? Do you have a place I could live? Oh, wow. Are you sure? You really wouldn't mind? Yay! Thanks, Mr. Papa. I promise I'll be the best daughter ever. I need to get my things and say goodbye to everyone. I'll meet you at home. Thanks. Thanks so much.
Stay away from the Aretino residence. The place is cursed.
Spare a coin for an old woman, my lord. Up to no good, are we? I'll teach you, but it'll cost you. Up to no good, are we? Up to no good, are we? I'll teach you, but it'll cost you. Spare a coin. Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart. The divine smile on a charitable soul.
Our
hero claims a warrior's heart. I tell you, the Dragonborn comes with a voice-wielding power of the ancient Nord art. Believe, believe, the Dragonborn comes. It's an end to the evil of all Skyrim's foes. Beware, beware, the Dragonborn comes. For the darkness has passed, and the legend yet grows. You'll know, the Dragonborn's come.
Yes?
We drink to our youth, to the days...
Sure. What can I do for you? Yes? How can Elda hate the Dark Elves
What are you
when she knows
looking
so
at?
little
This
about
one's a
them?
favorite of
You
mine.
didn't hear it from me,
A
but if you
legend
want a
we
real
all
drink,
know
try
and
the
love.
Corner Club in the Grey Quarter.
Our hero,
Did you know that candle on the mantle hasn't gone out in over 100 years?
I tell you, the Dragonborn comes. With a voice-wielding power.
You a dark elf lover? Get out of our city, you filthy piece of trash. They're parasites. They're living in our city under our protection. I know the High King invited them here, but he didn't ask me or anyone else first. Don't like it? Don't think I can take you? 100 septums say I can punch you back where you came from. All right? Fists only. And none of that magic stuff either. Let's go. Come on. Let's see what you're made of.
This should be good.
Not your best, huh? You're disgraced to your own kind. That wasn't a fair swing. Yeah, here.
Keep those hands up.
I still can't believe Isabella's gone. She was such a helpful young lass.
I've been a bit out of sorts since our daughter was taken from us.
If it's a mercenary you're looking for, you found him. There's no stronger sword arm for hire in all Skyrim.
Now more than ever, the world needs tales of heroism. I'll find some way to finish my book.
Not really sure what to do with myself anymore. I just miss her so much.
This here's Candlehearth Hall. Great rooms upstairs, and there's a bed for rent on the ground floor. Did you see the candle above the fire upstairs? It was lit 163 years ago, back when this building was the home of a grand warrior named Wundheim. When word came that he'd fallen, his son Durot lit the candle in his honor. Nobody knows why it still burns. Magic. Better that than dealing with Ulfric's wizard like some do. Enjoy your stay, and don't break nothing.
My favorite drinking buddy. Poor Nilsine has been wrecked since her sister was killed.
How can Elda hate the Dark Elves when she knows so little about them?
Coming to terms with my daughter's death.
Then it's true, what everyone is saying. That Aventus Aretino is doing the Black Sacrament, trying to summon the Dark Brotherhood?
Oh, Grimvar. Always with the nonsense. No, of course not. Those are just tales.
Fine. Then I'll invite him out to play. He lives right there. I'm going to knock on his door.
No, child. Wait! That boy, that house, they are cursed.
Ha! Then I'm right. I knew it. He's trying to have somebody killed.
All right. I won't deny it, child. What you heard is true. But Aventus Aretino walks a dark path. His actions can lead only to ruin. Now, enough. We will speak no more of this. I am the only friend you need.
All the Argonians at... Do you know my father? He's really important. His name is Torsten Krulsey. He's really rich, because he owns a farm called Holyfrost. He told me once that he wanted me to grow up and be a sailor. But I don't want to be a sailor or a farmer. I want to be a war... Hey, you want to play a game? Really? All right. You pick. Okay, you're it. You caught me.
I tried... yes. It is quite sad. A young boy, Aventus Aretino, lost his mother recently and was sent to an orphanage. But he has returned home, and people have heard strange chanting. Why a little boy would want to contact a group of murderers is beyond me. But he is inviting evil into this city. All right, then.
I need to get my things and say goodbye to everyone. I'll meet you at home. Thanks.
You're it. Oh, you got me.
Farm work is hard work. It's good to...
I'm a sailor on the North Wind. We're laying over in Windhelm.
Got some fresh... Sure thing. It's yours for... I'll show you to your room. Right this way. Enjoy your stay. And don't break nothing. Let me know if there's anything else you need.
What is it now, Viola?
Did you notice that the snow settles in a different direction near the murder sites?
Don't you think all your tramping around there investigating might have something to do with it?
Well, perhaps. But still, it's curious. Be on the lookout. The butcher?
The Grey Quarter's not much to look at now, but
How
it wasn't
splendid.
always so bad.
Another Nord. Well, you see where we have to live. This forgotten alley. All the filth from the upper quarters flows downhill, like they say. Good luck getting one of the guards to help with anything. I tried to get Ulfric to even come down here to see the squalor, but the High Lord of his mightiness couldn't find the time. Where else would we be? When the Red Mountain burned, you could scarcely breathe in Morrowind, so we came west. Windhelm was the first city on that road, and here we are. If we had known the Nords would be so unwelcoming, we may have kept walking. None of that matters to me. Until someone takes a Dunmer, I'll let Windhelm deal with its own problems. The College of Winterhold is the... Although Ulfric's court wizard has been known to take on apprentices once in a while. If you need another drink, I'll be right here.
Got something for just about everybody in here. Give up. Have you taken care of that? Thank you, thank you! Azura's prophecy always guides you to fortune. Speaking of fortune, here. Everything I earned from my last shipment. It's yours. Well, you've come to the right place. Do come again. Have you taken care of it? Thank you. Speaking of fortune, here. Everything I earned.
It's so good to see you again.
Are the reforming... Dawn Guard. Hunters or something in the old fort near Riften. Might consider joining up myself.
Algrith won't give us a straight answer.
He's a true Nord. He'll come around.
Don't be so sure of that. We've intercepted couriers from Solitude. The Empire's putting a great deal of pressure on Whiterun.
And what would you have me do?
If he's not with us, he's against us.
We'll show those faithless stones who this land belongs to.
They all know that.
How long are you going to wait?
You think I need to send Bolgraf a stronger message?
If by message you mean shoving a sword through his gullet.
Taking his city and leaving him in disgrace would make a more powerful statement, don't you think?
So we're ready to start this war in earnest then?
Soon.
I still say you should take them all out like you did dead King Torrig.
Torrig was merely a message to the other Jarls. Whoever we replace them with will need the support of our armies.
We're ready when you are.
Things hinge on Whiterun. If we can take the city without bloodshed, all the better. But if not...
The people are behind you.
Many, I fear, still need convincing.
Then let them die with their false kings.
We've been soldiers a long time. We know the price of freedom. But people are still weighing things in their hearts.
What's left of Skyrim to wager?
They have families to think of.
How many of their sons and daughters follow your banner? We are their families.
Well put, friend. Tell me, Godmar, why do you fight for me?
I'd follow you into the depths of oblivion. You know that.
Yes, but why do you fight? If not for me, what then?
I'll die before elves dictate the fates of men.
We'll show those faithless dogs who this land belongs to.
I fight for the men I've held in my arms, dying on foreign soil. I fight for their wives and children whose names I heard whispered in their last breath. I fight for we few who did come home, only to find our country full of strangers wearing familiar faces. I fight for my people, impoverished to pay the debts of an empire too weak to rule them, yet brands them criminals for wanting to rule themselves. I fight so that all the fighting I've already done hasn't been for nothing. I fight because I must.
Your words give voice to what we all feel, Wolfric. And that's why you will be High King. But the day words are enough will be the day when soldiers like us are no longer needed.
I would gladly retire from the world, were such a day to dawn.
Aye, but in the meantime, we have a war to plan.
Only the foolish or the courageous approach a Jarl without summons. Do I know you? Is that so? Ah, yes. You were with us at Helgen. Destined for the chopping block, if I'm not mistaken. A fair point. Well, you've come to the right place then. I'm always looking for able fighters. See? So long as your criminal past stays
but in
the
the meantime,
and you
we
fight
have a
for me
war
with
to
honor
plan.
and integrity, we'll welcome you into our ranks.
You talk to Egg Brothers. Deja has no words for you. You have no knowledge of who you speak to. Go away.
Can't wait to kill another of Ulfric's boys.
Some say I got my position because my cousin is the Emperor. Nonsense. The man's given me nothing. He can't even be bothered to attend my wedding.
You probably want someone else. I'm just the stable boy. I hate it. Everyone feels sorry for me, so they don't treat me too bad, but... Both my parents were in the Legion. There was an ambush. Taylor said she'd feed me if I could make myself useful. I'd take care of the animals, run errands, that kind of thing. I guess it could be worse, but I'm sick of sleeping outside with the horses. I want a real home, real parents. Not this. Both my parents were in the lead. Taylor said she'd feed me. I guess it could be worse, but I'm sick of sleeping outside with the horses. I want a real home, real parents. Not this.
If you've come to Solitude to join the Legion, speak to Rika. If not, just keep your nose clean while you're here, or you'll end up like Rogvir.
as a nip in the air. Honest pay for honest work. You should buy some produce from Carlotta's stall. Most of it comes from my farm.
I have a home again. A family. I almost can't believe it. Thank you. Thanks for everything. Papa! Really? Where are we going? Okay, I'll meet you there. Did you need something, Papa? Really? Where are we going? Okay, I'll meet you there. Something? Papa! Take care.
You're someone who can... Got some good pieces. Blades, helmets, pretty much anything to suit your needs. I don't claim looking to protect yourself or deal some damage.
Papa! Wow. Thanks. You got me? Thanks. Yes, Pa. Yes, Pa. I like living here. The lake is so pretty.
need something.
You probably want someone else. I'm just the stable boy.